It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL, 49ers at Patriots. We've got a promo code for you guys. Use the code BIG10, BIGTEN, if you want 20% off the entire site at Picks and Parlays. The Patriots are favored in this one, -2. The total is 43.5, and we'll see Jimmy G making his return to Foxborough. In this one, the Patriots are coming off a home loss to the Broncos as 7-point favorites, while the Niners shocked a lot of people, including me, by winning as 2.5-point underdogs to the Rams last week. We've got Dan the Professor Kaiser joining us now. Dan, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, man, this is an interesting game. I mean, this is almost like a movie script. You got Jimmy G coming back. This is supposed to be his team. He was supposed to be the heir apparent to Brady. This is Belichick's guy. And then, whatever happened, and he got shipped out to San Francisco. So he's coming back. They didn't look all that. They won, but I mean, they didn't look great against the Rams. But then you got the Patriots. I mean, they lost 18-12 to Denver. I mean, that wasn't a Patriot performance. But when I'm looking at this game, it's always going to come down to Belichick. I mean, he always seems to, when he has time, he always seems to pull out things and on his with the defense and make other quarterbacks look average. And they got the number one secondary in the league going against Garoppolo, and Garoppolo, he can look good, but when he looks bad, he's very bad, and he's a turnover machine. And I just think Belichick's going to crank something up on that defensive side. Cam Newton will do enough with his legs to come away with a narrow victory, but a win nonetheless.
Right. I think the Niners in the past have struggled against some mobile quarterbacks, namely Kyler Murray. I know that's a divisional game, but they always seem to have some issues with mobile quarterbacks. So I'm wondering if that's going to be a key here. And I think I like the Patriots as well in this one, -2 for that reason. And also, who better than Bill Belichick to know how to shut down Jimmy Garoppolo? Because, I mean, he drafted him. He knows him, every way possible. So I think Belichick definitely has the coaching advantage here as well. And plus, I think you get the Patriots at a much better number since they're coming off a loss. And then the opposite, I think, is true for the Niners. Them coming off a win, I think they get a little bit more credit than they probably deserve. And that Broncos defense is actually pretty good. So I think the Patriots had their hands full there. I don't think this Niners defense is quite as good, nearly as good as I should say, as it was last year. They're still a little banged up. So I think this is a good spot for the Patriots.
Yeah, I agree. It's just so many other little things. You don't see Belichick losing 2 games back, 2 games in a row at home.
Right.
And he always has something. He always is able to pull out something. As you said, he drafted Garoppolo. Garoppolo was his guy. He wanted Garoppolo to take over. I just think he's gonna draw up something and confuse Garoppolo and get a couple interceptions with that secondary and turn the game. The only thing about San Francisco also, I mean, they're banged up. They're not 100% healthy. I think Newton will be the key. I mean, because the Patriots' running game, besides Newton, stinks. So it's going to be up to him to make some plays with his legs, which obviously he can do. Yeah, I just think it's going to be a close game, but you got to take Belichick at home, and that just puts it over the top for me at this low number.
Yeah, I think when you see a number that low, it makes me think it's going to be the battle of the 2 rush attacks. And I like Cam Newton almost as a running back here. He doesn't need to be spectacular, just enough to get it done, especially since they're only -2 in this one. So it's a short number, and I do like the Patriots.
Yeah, he just has to survive. I mean, I think, just as long as he survives and doesn't get hurt, I mean, I think they'll be all right.
Right. And if he doesn't fumble, and hopefully he jumps on it so people are not coming after him on Twitter and making jokes about the Super Bowl, bless his heart. But that's going to do it for our NFL talk here on Picks and Parlays. Good stuff from Dan the Professor Kaiser. Dan, thanks for stopping by.